I love being able to teach other people how to create art. I love being able to teach other people how to create. Can't say the word create. I love being able. I'm Rebecca, the Frugal Resinista. I'm the mama of 5 amazing little kids, but I discovered a couple years ago that I needed something that was just for me, so I tried resin painting, and I fell in love with it. But I quickly discovered that being a resin artist was really expensive. So I started exploring ways that I could create beautiful art but do it on a budget. Once I discovered that that was possible, my new goal became to teach other people how to do the same thing so that resin art could be accessible for anyone. I believe that there's an artist in all of us, and we just need the opportunity to discover it in ourselves. Thank you for joining me on my art journey, and I hope that you create your own art as well as you learn from my videos. Remember, no matter what your final product looks like, your art is beautiful because you created it with your own hands. Ooh, it's on fire. Hi everyone, Rebecca the Frugal Resinista here. I have a super fun and simple project for you guys today that involves some mixed media, and we're going to be using a 16 by 12 canvas, and I've already taped my edges off. My 1-year-old is hanging out with me for this intro, but he won't be hanging out for the painting part. But anyway, I've taped my edges and folded them under, and this is going to be a piece that is vertical this way, but I'll probably be turning it a lot to show you guys so that everything can fit on camera. I was at Joann Fabric today, and I found this beautiful vellum paper that's got gold flowers on it, and I thought, ooh, how cool would that be to incorporate it into some resin art. So I am going to start by cutting this in half this way, and I think I'm going to have to trim the edges a little bit because it's a little wider than my canvas is, but I'm going to stick this down on this side and stick it down in this corner after I've cut it apart, and then pour a geode that matches the colors right through the middle. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'll speed this up, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, I am going to be using Stone Coat Countertops Quick Coat, as I usually do, and I'm going to start with a clear coat all over this and just try to push my vellum right down into it and get it kind of flat, and then I will start pouring my geode through the middle. Real quickly here, I will be using Apple Barrel White mixed with my resin, and then I will also mix some Macro Pearl X powdered pigment, which is really hard to say, and some of my Gold Testers brand enamel paint. And then in terms of just making this really sparkly, I'm going to add some of my diamond dust. And then I have gold glass from Dollar General, and this was $3. And then I have white mirror glass from Michael's that I believe was $6 and I got with a 40% off coupon. So let's speed this up, and here we go. All right, you guys, so I did this just like I would do any other geode, except there's that extra design in it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to hit it a couple more times with my blowtorch, and then I'm going to let it go ahead and cure all the way, and I will draw my acrylic lines just like I do with any other geode. It has been about 6 hours since I've poured this piece, and a lot of you have requested in comments in my YouTube videos and through Facebook that you really want to see what I do with the sides instead of me just tell you about the sides and the back, so I'm going to work on those now. This is super cool. I wasn't 100% sure what I would think about it, but I don't know. It won't be everybody's style, but I really think it turned out neat. Okay, I am going to take my tape off first, and then I'm going to draw some acrylic lines, and then I will paint the edges. So if you guys want to take a look here, you can see my drips went around to the bottom. This one pooled in one of the cups, and this is, I'm not pushing down on this, but I'm going to set it down here. If you're ever worried about setting these face down, you can always put a towel down or something, and that'll keep you from scratching anything up. But this old desk is my art space, and I get stuff all over it. All right, I'm going to start by just peeling my tape, and then I will go back in any spots that didn't peel up. If there are any, I will either just peel them, or I will use my blowtorch to loosen them up and then use my razor blade to pull them off. I have just a couple pieces of glass that went over a little bit, and that's what is sticking out my tape, so I'm going to see if I can pry those up just by using a razor blade. Alright, I'm going to get my acrylic paint pens out and draw some lines, and after I do that, I will show you guys how I'm going to finish my edges. You guys, that looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it. Obviously, I had that one spot that I went over and over, and that was annoying, but that's okay. I'm going to touch up a couple little other spots with my paint pen, but what I'm going to do next is show you guys how I do my edges. I will be using that Gold Testers brand enamel paint, and I will link you to that in the comments along with everything else, but I will be painting my edges, and I actually am going to go a little farther up than usual, so you'll be able to see it as kind of a gold frame around this, just because the paper stops a little bit before the canvas does, and I want to get all the way up to the paper. So I will fix my lines and I'll speed the whole thing up, and then I will show you guys the final product. Alright, I'm going to let that paint dry around the edges, and then I will give you guys a close-up. Alright, you guys, here's the close-up. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was a totally different look than I'm used to, but I think it's pretty cool. As always, you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram as the Frugal Resinista. Check out my Patreon page for bonus videos and other materials. And I just want to tell you all how much I appreciate you watching. And thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.